Okay, it's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right now. I just put pending orders beneath for 15 minutes. These are my fancy 15-minute scripts. So every 15 minutes I'm dropping this. If I could turn off Windows Update, I think I'd run the mouse bot. But I'm going to go through the drudgery of dropping the same script over and over again. So I'm looking at a broker on an Android right now. I'm staring at their spread. So it just tightened up 2.2, 1.4. So watching the spread, it's kind of like watching the volume. I just went to 4.7 on this broker, so he's pretty sloppy. He's all over the place. Looks like FXCM to me. It's, I don't know where they're getting their data from, but it's pretty lousy. It's pretty lousy, but it's a good gauge. So I'm looking at that, and I also see that since it is an Android app and it's just not very big, I can see that we're down 0.42%, which is quite a sell-off there. Quite a deep discount. And we're down 54 pips, it says. All the way back to the starting gate at 124. Go figure. Then earlier, we had this situation. This 4-hour bottom. If you started buying into this, and then really loaded up right here. I don't know if you got filled in that. So, like I said, drift up, trap these boogers. Always want to have your buy limits deep. In the 15-minute trolling orders, this is going to buy from 5 to 15, 5 to 25. So this is a more aggressive. These are 10Ks. So this one is going to lay out a hole like the news came out. This one's going to buy 5 to 15 for 15 minutes. So I'm not sure I could get a robot to just kind of throw stuff out there, seeing as how it's Asia. And he's going to go pick these now because he's like, oh, you know, it might take a half hour to come down here. But when it's smashing down here, if you didn't swing trade this, you really didn't do very well, because you could have run super tight stops up here and wait for it to crush through the floor and then just keep filling this vacuum that's been forming for how long? Or you could be the guy that says the trend line broke because it's just so insanely bullish. Right. It goes up here, it's rolling over, it's rolling over. Finally breaks this trend line, collapses. It goes down too fast. There's a dead cat bounce, so maybe this is a huge scalp. And now we're in a we just finished out a doji 5 minutes ago. So now what? These spreads are tightening now. So we're at 1 on this FXCM broker. Real pal shit broker. That's another thing. Americans are left with some guy on the side of the road with a spread wider than a fucking elephant's ass. Just went to 2.3. So I suspect we could pull back now, or we could go up. Either way. I'm long this thing. I'm up 28 bucks, so I think I'm up $75. I wasn't really trying. Let's see what happened to the magical, mystical guy that's in the closet. His trade. Looks like he would, if he would have waited to here, he could have cleaned up. It's pretty tough when they got your nuts wrapped around the bedpost. So here's the trap trade. Here was the other trap trade. So it was trap, 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 but now it's dying down. And I would say, although the spread is fucking 4, I guess I could still run this. But see how to run that super deep now. I got to go get a really deep 25 pip grip there. Because this thing could come smashing all the way back, right? Oh, look at the 1 hour. Right, look at the 1 hour. 1 hour's... That looks like it could collapse somewhere. There's a possible top bottom here, so I placed my pendings in the possible top bottom area, which to me is this whole thing down. Like, you'd be surprised how the market can come down there and just fill it. Look at this. Look at this shaved candle on the 1 hour. Here's your breakout entry. You know, that's an easy breakout on the 4 hour. Small true range on both these guys, so no fills on the north side. Dumbass trades there. 2 entries on a mechanical breakout system. If you didn't put more than 1 ticket in here, they trashed you. Australian dollars retesting. What a surprise. Went up a little bit. Took out the high of the day and then slam. What a stupid trade. You could trade bar by bar on the daily. Bar by bar. Look at this thing go. So yeah, the yen went up. Right. Look at this thing took off last night. Got all frisky up in here and look at, jeez, what a wonder. It turned around on this 12-hour ledge. Never filled these limits. Now you have to really give this thing some room. I'd say better you should put limits up here that never fill and just have them skim. This way you're assured you're not going to and then once you get used to the fact that this is all the market really does, is go slamming up and slamming down. I mean, it's cool to see it on your indicators go up and down, but so we also have this top bottom here on the 4 hour. Came back here, ripped up. I think I'd buy this. This is a great spread. So I'd put in some slammers here. Now, if those lasted, I could go 2 hours on this one. But just to keep it so that you don't do anything terrible, I made it 15. I can also go like this. These are buy stops with buy limits. So it's like a trend buy. This is gonna big targets. What else? So somebody asked me about these limits. About can you have them on a round handle? Not really, unless you have a robot do it. Because for the reason that these are just scripts, so you either going to place it here on the round number. It's better you should place them like this on the round number and pick which risk ratios you want, because if you just have it where it's hard coded, you don't want an EA in here running. The last thing you want on your MT4 platform is an EA running. I'm just saying, unless you got like some fucking nitrogen on the processor, because it's just garbage. I mean, you need a dedicated computer, I think, for that fucking EA shit. Come on. Really? It's like automatic transmission in your car. I guess it's alright. Until it blows up your account. What if it gets caught in a loop? Fighting with the other robot. Put the money management robot in there. See smoke coming out of your computer. Alrighty then, so back in the cockpit here on this demo account. And we're looking at the spreads here. I'm try to arbitrage this thing a little bit. So I think this everybody has the same price amazingly, even this broker with a bad spread. So they're asking 124.61. Okay. Now we're asking more over at FXCM. So this is the FXCM for the lousy spreads. At least they're ahead of this broker coming out of St. Vincent. So even my other broker is faster than this guy right now. So everybody's up to 7. He hasn't caught on yet, so I'd buy right here at the market because I've already got like about a 5-second jump on him. Okay. Yep, he just went down. I'm gonna buy him down there. Now see, completely different price. Everybody's at 6.4 here. So I was trying to get the little consolidation. So we're either going, I figure this is my prediction. We're either going to go up 5 pips or down 5 pips. So if I'm going to try to buy this deeper, I'd say this is a 1K with a 10 pip stop. So I just call it 00 because, but that's 8 hours. So what you're saying is that I'm just going to load up. There's a 3K. Can you put all these in? And when you come down to this, you're going to think, geez, looks like one ticket. I'm sure you've seen these guys with the charts like this. They're like, it's like, yeah, well, I'm getting in the market about here, say. Where'd you get in it? You can't really see what. Looks like you're just in one ticket. All right. So. Easy there, fella. It looks good on the 15, though. So I can almost handle this view. This is probably the best view because you can see the consolidation. So you see this, and here's a huge trade block. Right? There's indecision here for at least an hour. And then it resolves. We get our first trend line down in the 15. Like I say, 15 is probably the most dynamic thing. Now we're treading water, kind of drifting up. We could still spike down. And if that's the case, you got plenty of time to put in 120K here. Like you could put stuff like this in. You could put a unfair value 8 hour down here. You know, just goes on and on, right? So you're risking $3 here. You're risking $10 to make $5 here. So this is about money here. It's 20 pips stop to make 10. But what's the probability? You can throw a couple of those in for kicks. I mean, it's better than the lottery ticket, trust me. You pretty much count on the fact that that's a swing trade, a cheap swing trade to make $5. You put 10 there, you got $50, and you can just interweave them here. And when the market comes smashing down in, that's the idea. And then you could put some really good ratios in here, like I'll risk 16 to make 32. Put that down in the basket. So this guy, Ryan Brown with the baskets, I'm like, they're right here. Okay, that's, so you're going to build up a hot spot here, so when the market comes ripping down, so if your buy limit started here, you would be at break even by the time you came back to here, and that's why that market turns around there, because everybody is in the same quandary. Everybody's in the same, has the same problem, right? The guy that bought here, because he's like, it's going up, oh my god. When it comes back to here, he's like, holy shit. So the hedge fund would get out here because they pivot, right? They're going to dump and just go flat. And they'll say, you know what? We don't trade with stops, but when we get the fucking here, we get the fuck out. Because we're like, just get out. So it's bookkeeping, I suppose. You know, on the 15, your first chance to draw an uptrend's here. And then you get your classic next price pulse is the stop hunt until the top becomes a bottom. So typically, if you see a stop hunt, you're looking left for a top bottom setup. Same thing here. Not as much, but anytime you see a little move like that, it's always going to be a doji or a hammer or something like that. So right now we're flatlining into Asia. So I think we could pop. Okay, so we've either trapped these guys or we should be selling right now. Right, because we're starting to cut into this vacuum. The next vacuum to fill, we just stack them up like this on the rooftops, looking back. Those would be the, we're looking to fill that. And then when we get here, it's going to be quite the scene if, so we're cutting through that. If we, we're going to meet up all kinds of resistance here as it cuts up. People will be taking stuff off the table, and then we would come and chase it with 15-minute limits. So you could, as soon as this rallies, you could come underneath it like this, tighter than that. Just literally like, we just have to rewrite one of these. I don't know if this is, that's not it. Anyways, it would look something like this, you know. Like this. And that way, if it comes down here, you can buy it. It's pretty tame right now. This might be the Wednesday. Since Friday the market's kind of closed. It's almost like that big sell-off reminds me of a Wednesday move where it's just unbelievable. So maybe there's a little bit of a hurry up and get to the thing before the end of the week kind of thing in force. But my target's going to be 124.10. You know, this is the ultimate goal is here, 124.20, right at that rooftop. So right now it's kind of iffy, because anytime it goes sideways, it could blow either way. We could explode in either direction. But hopefully, I got enough money in the account for these trades, and if I put a real aggressive 15-minute. I think I do have them here. Okay, so now here's I can hand place these. Oh no, that's not it. I guess M15, but it says H8, which I guess that doesn't make sense, but it's M15, I'm pretty sure. And you can scooch it right here. That goes insane deep. Here is the real aggressive one. This is a 10K for 15 minutes. And we just put it right there. So I'm going to pick up this whole plunge if we get it. So this is the big target. This is it's a half hour wick top. each one of these is going to matter as the market comes back, because it'll trigger all these money management bots or people that trade breakouts, you know, on the larger time frame. If you go to the 1 hour, you see it's right on this, but that's because that's a half-hour rooftop. So you could have the half-hour view, and then you have your buy limits down here to capture a possible, where it crushes down and goes up. So always trade small, because you've got pendings beneath you where you, if you're really bullish, you buy a little bit at the market, but then you always have way more here, because inevitably, market, well, not inevitably every time, but market has a tendency to bounce around. So it's in your favor that it's bouncing around. Of course, this is sheer down for 5 hours here. If you notice, one hard down, and there's a little relief rally here. If you're on the 5, you could have scalped a little dead cat bounce off of this double top here. Didn't last much, but then the final smash into this hole, and now on the 1 hour, just kind of sneaking, drifting up again. I definitely think people are going to sell. The sellers would come in on these tops. And that's just how it is. And we have a trend line now. Well, we have a triangle. We're making a triangle. If you consider this here, kind of cutting up, you could give it some room to. Plus, if you thought you could estimate the arrival at this blue line, where would that have to be on the trend line? Is, you know, you're going to extend this out and say, so the cool thing about this is you don't need Fibonacci. The market's doing its own version, right? This is like 618 of this 23 point whatever the other fib is. Here, go to the half hour. So this is way more organic looking than, or even that, just that interval there, really, because what the next one they would money management is going to happen is here. That's going to be triggered. If that happens tonight on the way to London Open, that'll be a crazy move. And then they have this one. So we just take this out like a zipper. It's a half hour wicks. But it's going to be a bunch of sells there. Sellers are going to come in there. So, and so what you got now is, you know, the half hour is this situation kind of just drifting up. I'll be out in 4 pips. So, then once I'm out, I could throw some sell limits above. But I'm always thinking scalp first because it's easy. It's low risk. Pip-wise. You know, you can, and of course the amount of orders you can put in is slightly larger. On the swing trades, you want to get in maybe 10 pips apart with a 50 pip stop. And you could survive those swings and make quite a bit of percentage money. I don't know how much money people are willing to risk, honestly. I couldn't get anybody to step up to the plate yesterday and say, oh, I'd risk about $3 on a trade. I'm like, great, trade with a 30 pip stop. You know, I mean, once you find that number that it's worth the while to place the order, you know, then that's when you're good to go. So, here we are, 5 minutes before the bottom of the hour, in 5 seconds. Probably got some news coming out of New Zealand. Australians got news. This looks like it's just going to keep tanking. So here we're right at the abyss now. And looks like we're ready to just keep crashing down here. This looks pathetic. I guess the dollar's kicking somebody's ass. Of course, on here, on the 1 hour, it looks like, you know, the passive confirmation entry is put a buy stop here. And actually, you already scalped something if you put a buy stop on that, so you're already long. Slightly long, looking for it to tank some more, I think. But it really depends, so I would say here, you know, do something like that. That's pretty low risk. If you don't want to get filled, if you really want to go for ultra conservative, which this guy yesterday, Tim, sounded like he was a church boy or something. Altar boy. Without the knee pads. This is a good remedy right here. Martingale in for 6 hours. Take 2 of those and call me in the morning. There's so much money out here. All these damn fucking moves. It's crazy. Trading's addictive, I think. Very addictive. So, look at this thing still going north. Brexit's in play. So I just throw the same script up here. Fuck them. Let's sell that. Fuck these assholes. I would say the same thing here. I mean, this is a great anger strategy, man. Just throw these limits in here. Like, okay, I'll buy from this body. I'll buy that body for 8 hours down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If I don't get filled, look at that. What did I risk? Dragging my hand all the way over here. Gosh, I had to put that down there. So there's people, if these dumb fucks really want to see me make money, I'll do a contest with somebody. Come on. I'll do all these currency pairs with my magical scripts. It's no big deal. Here, buy this fucker if it tanks, right? Would you buy that 6 hours from now down here? What are you, nuts? Who wouldn't buy this if it slammed down here in 6 hours? You can't just buy down there. Why not? Worked over here. I've done that trade so many times, it's sick. I mean, I know I could say right now I could buy at the market because looks like it's going up, but why would I want to fucking torture myself on this stupid ass currency pair when I know it's going to come down here? It could come down there, and if it's an if-then statement, it's the dumbest shit you've ever seen in your life. I take profits are a little greedy. They're way the fuck up here, but so the inversion of that is just go like this. But I put it at the rooftop and beyond. So it's very conservative. What I'm doing right now, I probably won't even fill. So if you're in a trading contest with one of these guys like people that want to do a trading contest, okay, let's go. I'm in. I'll throw everything I know in there. But it's a demo account. Why would I work that hard on a demo account? Half the time, I mean, if there's good trades that I roll over in bed and go, that's a good trade. But they just launch the script, go back to sleep. Or get out when I'm up on the trade. Let them stop me out. I mean, for sure. I don't want to have to babysit that shit. I'm not going to sit there and stare at my screen and be a slave to it and go, oh my God, what should I do here? Fuck it. I mean, I want to, you know, look down at my tablet and go, let's throw some fucking orders in here. Click, click. I don't want to be sitting here. I'm only doing the stream because I'm just sitting here explaining the shit that I'm doing right now. And I'm trading real money, so I can't say I'm in that big on this trade because all the money to be made was to be made selling the euro when it crapped out and drifted up, or buying it when it plunged and you're up a whole 10 pips on it right now. maybe more, I think, because it looks like it went down here. So you're up. Whatever this price is, I think it was 25 to 30 pips below the, I took a deep discount below the round number here. So the guy that was asking about the round number, it's not going to help you. You're going to need more than a round number. See, this is the whole funny thing about the market is, sure, it hit a round number, but it's hitting a bunch of numbers. We're at 2370, so 25 pips below this. It doesn't mean anything. It just happens to be there. Look at this. It doesn't have any respect for, in this thing where it respects the moving average, there's no such thing. The market doesn't even know your moving average is there. I mean, there's just so much dumb speak. And people saying stuff like, you know, if you're not careful, some guy's gonna out-trade you. No, there's nobody out-trading you. This is I mean, that kind of thought is ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, you're trading against yourself and all your hopes and fears. Oh my God, these poor goobers yesterday. Yeah, so I'm just, a lot of the streams I'm doing, I'm just trying to describe what I see blow by blow on the market and what can I do with the hand I'm dealt here? Jesus Christ, it's Asia. Might drift up 3 pips here. Wait, the spreads will tighten up with this fucking FX CM shit. Android. Welcome to Android. So, yeah. We're on the half-hour chart. We just updated the half-hour chart 3 minutes ago. Everybody's on the same price now. Everybody's tightening up here. We'll do the tighten up. Yeah, it's boring. So we're coming into Australia, New Zealand stuff. Let's see. Yeah, looks like this is going up to me. So now, I'm not the kind of guy to jump on this train, to be honest with you. The pound Australia train. This shit makes me nervous. I guess you could buy. Maybe on limits, right? So let's figure that it is going to go up. I'll risk $12 to make 36 bucks right here. And I'll do it again. Here, this is a 10K for 3 hours. So, to get all this stuff going, man, I'm telling you what, if you hire a staff of people, this is so much work you have no idea. Look at this fucking asshole yesterday. How come you blew up? What's wrong with your demo account? Dude, you see me selling any fucking courses here? I'm not even have a website going. I couldn't even get it going. I went to that fucking, some thing where you know, here update in Java, and the thing's like updating, and I'm like, this is your website. I'm like, dude, it looks stupid. Fuck that shit. I got a website. My mom should have a website. I can't even maintain my own fucking... I just can't do anything. I misplaced my driver's license. Put it in some form over here. It's pissing me off. All this shit. So yeah. Market's dead in water right now. Something's going to give here on this thing. I think it's going to go crushing up and just blow people's brains out. Look at this fucker. It's coming up on like... There's nothing to touch it until you get up like to... way the hell up here. It's ferocious. This pair. I think I'd go for the scalp sell into that. Look at the 1 hour. These guys already bought this thing on the breakout. This thing's just inches from taking out the high of, is that Sunday? No, Monday's high. It's already Wednesday, really. I guess you could say. This thing's crushing up hard. This looks like it's gonna tank. So I'll catch a falling knife here. I'm gonna run these logarithmic ones. So, since trading's an exercise, you should be able to take a demo like this and just throw shit in here, because just, you know, you're gonna want to buy this if it tanks. This is how stupid this is. Yeah, I'll buy this if it tanks. Okay, it's a great trade. There's nothing wrong with buying low. Trust me, I could say the same thing here, and this broker's gonna reach a limit for me, I think. But I think this martingale script here, this logarithmic shit, is where it's at. Because look at, you're going to want to double up you're going to want this compression entry where it's really fucking insane up here. So I say the logarithmic ones are more conservative, because it's going to get in, but then real heavy. Heavy at the top, it's weighted. That's really the way to go, I think. Now the linear ones are for, I would say you could overlap them, but be really careful, because these markets move a lot further than I think most people think. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, look at this pound CAD. If we could only get Ryan Brown to perceive this resistance point up here, he could have loaded the fucking wagon on those 40Ks. If he could have afforded to sell in a window this small, which is only a 25 pip window, he could have run a stop, or a series of stops. Even in the United States, he could have gone totally hog long short here, with stops right here. He could have cashed out partially on this rooftop, time-wise, here, anywhere on the way fucking down. Right? Anywhere on the way fucking down. How is what am I saying, so fucking complicated? Dude, you're swing trading. That's the most money you're ever going to make is swing trading. And swing scalping, really. If this was a 15-minute chart, you'd want to buy these new lows here. And yeah, you're going to get stopped out of your tight stops. That's why you would never trade. Like, so if you're going to run this is the dollar amount risk here. I'm risking 10 to make 18 for 6 hours. But where I put that has to make sense. I want to buy here unfair value. So you really have to believe that if it ever goes to here, it's going to look as good as this fucking trade did. You got to think what's going to happen here. Just like up here. You want to sell up here and beyond for it to come flying back. And here's the dollar amount. How much money is in your account? Every 4 hours you could run this. So I could sell this rooftop for 4 hours here's a 8 pip stop, 6 to make $11. I may have to delete all these pendings if I run out of tickets. The broker's not going to let me launch them. Here's a classic. I would buy this in a second below the yellow line. So all night, and maybe in the morning, we're going to come smashing down here. I can canvas this whole area for a smash retrace. Look at 20 pips stops to make 60 pips. You want to put that real deep because you're saying they're going to... 20 pips is the range. I put it like deeper than that. I put it on in a vacuum hole. So this is set it and forget it trading is what this is. So if you have a day job, this is it. You pick the spot. You see the vacuum. You place the order. You need enough money in the fucking account to do this trade. That's just that simple. This is 12 pip stops. This is 10 to make 14. Right? So that's in a log. See, this is sitting down here. Like this is a scalp thing. Market comes down. rips back up. And you're giving it a timeline. Okay, we're coming up on our target. We got 20 minutes before the top of the hour. And then hopefully in the next hour we can be up 3 more pips. So we're in the process of breaking out right now. Taking out this 1 hour bar. So I like to look at it like this. If I'm really big position, I always go like really hard. This is level 5 trading here. When you go like this, you can see all your orders. And these are the unfilled ones. I'm risking like a buck, I think, on each one of these. And some of these are going to last for 8 hours. Okay. Real creeper gear at this time of night. Okay, we just broke out. We'll need a follow through of at least 3 pips here. So that's how it rolls. It's trading. Sure boredom. Also, this is the bottom top here. Alrighty then. FXCM's giving me 124.87. So once again, this broker's slow on the price. Well, the other guys are overpricing a little bit on the ask. The same bid. Okay. Get some frantic move here in 10 minutes. So people are cashing out right now, I suppose. For every seller, there's a buyer. I'm sure people that are willing to make X dollars are getting out. Selling into that. Alrighty then. Now what? Now what have you? So yeah, I haven't been reading the comments. Oh, this guy's back, Timmy. Yeah, did you hang through that swing? Yo. Yahoo says, did you hang through that swing trade? That's pretty brutal, huh? If you see, if you can, that Ryan Brown's a swing trader, I think. 500 pip stops. Too bad he didn't muscle through that. Poor guy. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you have to have those tight stops in there and just go, oh my God, really? I mean, you have to have some tights and you have to have some wides. I think diversification and stops is the way to go. So, yeah, so 124.10. Yeah, I think you could short it. Like, I see the sellers coming in right now. But, yeah. It's pretty tough here in Asia. Spreads suck a dick. I'm ready to dump my longs right now. Like here, this thing here, I could dump out of this thing right now. So here, let me just go flat on this one currency. I don't know if I have anything else that I got filled on today. Like I said, I typically trade the euro because it's pretty predictable. Okay, so I dumped that. I'm still in something. I'm in this yen. So let me see if I can't trade the yen just with my buy scripts here. So I'm just going to hand place a 3 hour with a 20 pip stop right here and just be like, fuck them. Same thing here. I'm still holding the euro with my real money right now though. And I'll buy if it plunges. So here I'll buy if it plunges. So this totally destroys the fear of missing out, because what you're saying here is that I will put a pending for the next 8 hours, 1 pip deep. Do you think you're going to get filled on that? Let's not be too brazen. Here, let's go for 15 minutes. So for 15 minutes, I'm going to place a buy limit right here. In fact, I'll even put it inside the spread, so I'm just about to get filled. I'd say bar none, this is my favorite trade, is to put in 10Ks that last for 15 minutes about right here and just see what happens. Because it's fucking hilarious. This thing comes smacking back here, pick you up. Okay, so this is the, what price is this, 10? That's the 13 level. If you sell at 10, this rooftop is 11. So if you put really focused orders in here, so you don't want to get too carried away up here. I place like a couple limit orders here and a couple here, but this is where you gotta be careful, because if they come up here and they tag you and then they pull back and cash you out, you better be getting the fuck out on this line, because this will be the chatter zone. Like if it comes up here, cuts through, that would be naturally where it come back to. But you're just talking blow by blow. You can't extrapolate too far out how it's going to march up this resistance levels. And not to mention below here right now, you've got this situation. You're really going to want to buy on limits if we ever stop, take these stops out like a zipper. Definitely want to buy here too tonight, right? Jesus, good Lord, man. So I'm gonna take this tablet and this Android and smash it against the ground. The Android vibrates. I'm like, dude, what is this, for checks? What the fuck is with this Android vibrate? I can't get it stop vibrating. So I'm scanning for Wi-Fi signals today, and it keeps vibrating. I think, well, it's just killing the battery. You know, I'm not into that vibration shit. And I don't know how to do it. I can turn off the ringer. I think the best solution for this Android is just a good fucking boot heel, like a Nazi boot smash. So yeah, you know, plus, you know, it's always okay to buy up into this, sell a little bit. Just go with the flow. So if you're stubborn, it's going to be very difficult for you to go with the current situation. So that's, if you're stubborn, it's tough. Yeah, what is a price vacuum? Well, it's just these holes here, you know. I'd say, for me, the vacuum looks like this. This one's bigger, and this is a 30-minute chart, so if you go to the 1 hour, you're talking about, you know, all the way to here, and then this is like the ultimate, you know, here, right? Because this is a vacuum that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. It's a 10-hour, right? So what's more important is how many hours is the vacuum. So here is about a 13-hour hole, you know, void. But which one is actually longer than that is this one. it goes back to here, and that's kind of where you want to buy, right? And this also, if you do cycles, right? It's the same cycles, you know, it's just about right, somewhere around the same cycle. I'd say buy here, right? In fact, when this happened, you know, you could say, wow, that was, I don't know if you saw that drop in there, but that was a great place to buy. So here's where you have to get the sizing just right, because you want to be in about 100K for some of that, and then you want to dump on the blast out of that, and maybe you're still holding 50K, so maybe you trade 150K on that. Maybe you trade $1 million on that, you know, it depends. If you put in a bunch of scalps here where you're going to buy this area and it's going to dump, and you could just take your tight stop orders, here's an 8 pip stop, and you start stacking them in like this, see? And you can see these are insane dense orders, but you would just keep stacking that up till you got to, you're risking 30 to make 50, you're risking 40 to make 80, you're risking 100 to make 50. So it's okay to put this 100 to make 50 in here if you have $100 to risk. I mean 10 to make 50, 10 of these, because let's face it, with a 20 pip stop you can make 10 pips if you've got half a brain. And if you have half a brain, or even a quarter of a brain, if you can see this, that there is a vacuum there. It's the very edge of the chamber, and this one here is going to cost you more, right? But this has to cash out up here, because what you're laying traps for volatility that's about to happen. So the same thing could be set up here, is that you're going to want to sell these tops in a tight or a swing. That's not a scalp there, but this is. That's an 8 hour, so they're going to coexist here. You need to scalp something, because if you're wrong and they come smashing back up, you need to pay for the punishment of even getting in the market. So you'd have to say, okay, I'll sell this area for a scalp, and I'll sell the same area in a lighter, not as many K, for the swing, and maybe it's, I'm going to risk 20 to make 40, and it's a 10 pip range, it's a 3K. I would start that here, and that's interlaced, so it's not going to overload, and you could start running these above. So you can put in some swing trades that would look like this, you know. Scalps are going to be a dense iceberg order that sits there, and when the market slams up, it's going to come flying back and it's going to cash you out, hopefully. Or if it doesn't, you see, oh shit. Like if they're slamming down to here and you're like, oh boy, I think we're going to go back up. Like if you see bouncy, the bounce house factor, up, down, up, down, up, down, and especially if you're up, what you consider to be a lot of money, just get out, because you can always get back in. Once you see that you can get out, you can just get back in. You don't really have like a pressure to trade. You can take a 5 pip winner, or you can take a 20 pip winner. You can see, okay, I dump out, go flat, bank it. Because to hold on to the position means that you're a trend trader, and we don't want to be trend traders. We want to be range traders, and maybe in a trend, like if you're lucky, right? So you're on the way to the other side of the range, and you have a chance to get in on the trend, but we really don't want to be trend traders because it's agony. It's agony. Just, you know, it's just too much pain. So you'd be a trend trader, and you could have shorted this thing in so many places. It's nuts. Like this was a killer place to sell, and then this was a killer place to buy, and even this wasn't a bad sell here. But this was great today. This was 100 pips. If you got in right here, which had to be pretty obviously that was insane that we even made it that far. And now maybe we really are going up, and the guy that bought that's going to go, well, my stop's down. You know, Ryan Brown would make money on this trade. His stop would be down here, say, right? He bought. He's going to make money, right? I'm not going to put a stop in down there because I'm thinking, yeah, the 4-hour chart. I could trade the 4-hour chart. I'll trade traps on the 4-hour. Look at this one. Wow, this is insane. It's really hard to believe these trades exist. You could have put all your orders above the closing prices and you could have captured this whole window if you're super aggressive, but then you have to go wider spacing. If you put a focused order here, or even to here, so you sold this, see the dual tops here. I can't see it here. Got this wick and this wick, and these are the exceptions. These are the guys that are poking out through it. So support and resistance is so stupid and crude that it just goes. It's like when you open the fridge and you're looking for the mustard, you can't see it. This is too easy. But this was a hell of a fucking trap and rape, wasn't this? I mean, and then it was just like, bam. Right, even below 124. So the round number's not going to save you. I mean, this market's hitting every number. It just so happens to be like if I move that round number up 10 pips, you go, look, it's hitting that fucking thing. Of course. That's why people get lost in that Fibonacci shit. They're like, look at, dude, anywhere I drag this fucking thing, it's going to touch some price. Oh, look, it's, yeah. Oh, it's here again. It's like I don't know. Anyway, so. So, yeah, just a warning, if you're trying to sell this euro above, I always think if you are going to take the pending approach, you have to put some stuff in there. So I'm just reading the comments here. So I just talked for like 42 minutes without reading any comments, but what is an ATM stop? I never understood that. Your stop is at 2380. That's a pretty wide stop. I don't think we're going to 2380 anytime soon, but I mean, nobody wants to get stopped out of a trade that they're going to try to ride to some number, but yeah, so the market's pretty tame. Okay, you able? Why don't you send me a print screen? Okay. Yeah, I've got. You can send it to my email. It's pipgrid@gmail. So yeah, it looks like we crapped out here. Sellers came in on that 1 hour, so sellers already into that. They're up on that trade. So we just have a bunch of pending sitting below waiting to get filled. So, yeah, I wasn't rating this guy. It's pretty funny. No, I don't get it why you still stream. I don't get why you still come to the stream. I stream for people that have a brain, I suppose. Like, I'm thinking I have some fucking wits about me. I've been around these markets long enough to know the scheme of it. What's going on. So, I'm not trying to catch up with all this commentary. Boy, this guy likes to type. So he says it's hard to fucking keep up, man. These guys, are you sure I'm not reading the stream from yesterday? I think YouTube's on the fritz. What the fuck? Okay. 5 to 10 pound per ticket. You gotta trade those damn 10Ks over there in Europe. Are you doing the, is Yo doing the, what do you call it, spread betting? I guess they tax the fuck out of these poor guys from Britain. They got a spread bet and shit. Every guy I've met from Britain's like, dude, I'm spread betting. I gotta trade a 10K. My God, let's move it. I don't know what to say. What's worse? 50 to 1 leverage, you get forced to buy, trade a 10K. Yeah, you better be a little more accurate. You can't be a slob like me. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is kind of drifty here. We could spike down on this euro. It's all drifty. I think I could buy a dip on this. I'm still holding. Wait for one more. We just passed the top of the hour, so here comes the 5-minute guys. 5-minute traders are jumping on the bandwagon now. Looks like they're having the fun. They sold up here. They sold that breakout. They say it's a fake out. The 5-minute guys say that breakout's a fake out. According to them. Because they know what they're doing. Gotta be watch out for those guys on the 5-minute chart. So yeah, what car do you even drive? He drives a flat car. Forget those. They're just, yeah. So yeah, it's funny. I don't get why you still stream. So like I say, long term. Let's talk Forex. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, Timmy. Let's talk Forex. I'm winning now. Look. Look at yesterday's video, Timmy. I'm up. Look, I'm up 41 cents, and I'm in how many K? I'm gonna buy at the market, man. I'm gonna chase this fucker. I'm gonna chase this fucker. I'm buying at the market, Timmy. Look at this shit. Every time I hit that fucking button. So, I just bought a fucking 31K. 32K. 32K long. Boom. That's my target, Timmy. Let's talk Forex. What's your trade tonight, Tim? How can you be profitable? How can you not be profitable? Trading Forex and streaming because you're lonely. Huh. Well, I don't know. I think I like being alone. I'm not lonely because there's a difference between alone and lonely. I've got you here to bother me. What do you mean? No. I've never been good at hanging out with people. I guess this is as good as it gets. I don't know. People are too much work, man. You go to their house and or they come over here. I don't think I'd allow anybody in my house. I'd be like, well, unless you're playing guitar. If you have something useful, otherwise you're just boring me. You know, I think when I go to other people's houses, I'm entertained by their choices. I'm an observer. I like observing, I think. So that fills my head. I'm not lonely after I observe. So, so what if I do enjoy streaming? What if I am lonely? I don't get, why does Tim's like a pop psychologist? No, I got some girl. She's going down on me right now. Honey, just hold a second. I'm streaming right now. She's like a succubus, this chick. Let's see here. Who can ever be profitable? I think it's a belief system. Do you believe you could make 3 pips? Baby steps. I think that's the way to go. Can you make 3 pips with a 10 pip stop? I think I could sell a course, how to make 3 pips with a 10 pip stop. And you could just say every hour there's a trade. I want you to pull the trigger. You have to make a decision every hour whether or not you should buy or sell at the market at the top of the hour. I mean, what a great exercise. Would you do that with real money? No, that's why you would trade the demo. That's why I'm trading the demo. This is a winning demo. I'm winning on this demo account. Didn't you see yesterday's feed? You really want me to trade? You want to have a contest, Tim? What currency should I trade right now? I know my stream's lagging, but give me the currency I should trade and how big I should get in, where I should put my stop, where I should put my take profit. Which moving average should I use? give me a heads up here. Tim, you could go away. Tim wants to learn, I believe. He reminds me of a lot of people that are pissed at me. That other guy, I think Tim might be that other guy. They're all the same. I'm investing for long term. Only you guys play demo. I'm here to talk facts and that this is bad and he sucks. Even in demo, you can't see that. Huh. Well, maybe Tim can explain this to us. Tim's investing for long term. You guys play here in the demo. You don't like to play, do you, Tim? Tim's not having fun trading. I'm an investor. I take into consideration the fundamentals. I use the MACD on the daily chart. It's fucking Ned Flanders here. Tim Klug trades Forex. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, 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 da. Dude, you need fanfare. You got to hook up with fucking Kelvin. And you guys can't see how I suck on this demo right now. I'm playing the long drift on the euro and making money. You can't see how that's bad. Okay, so I'm going to go for the buy stops. And this is defensive trading. Confirmation trading 101, buy stops. Can't you see this guy sucks? Okay, let's see here. There's quite a bit to mull through here. Please hold. I'm just catching up. I wasn't going to look at it because I figured Tim would be back. You can't send links. Send them to me. Let me show you my account. Let me show you my account, you dumb demo trader. Okay, let's see it. I'm a dumb demo trader because I don't want to risk real money on my my trigger pulls. Because when I buy a gun, I don't go to the range. I just kill people. Tim's pretty accurate trader. He doesn't need to practice. Look at your name. Yeah, Tim, give us your name on TradingView so we can see your see if I can sped read this. I took the Evelyn Woods sped reading course. Tim's fascinating. You guys are too busy to demo. Too busy. I think T2, you want 2 O's on that. I'm already good, dude. Don't worry about me. Worry about your demo account. Okay. What's with the demo account thing? Watching this loser. Watching me win. You want to watch me all night? Watch me win all night? Usually Tim, his parents let him stay up till about 9, I think. So, I don't know. Tim's missing out on an opportunity to make money, I suppose. Tim, were you able to get the scripts loaded in your platform? Are you in the United States? Is that why you're so angry? It's worse than watching Teletubbies in YouTube. Wow, that's harsh. You're a mean guy, Tim. Tim's a lonely person. He needs some... Yeah, Tim, you need a hug. Okay, I'm selling the euro here. Dumped out. We're going to reload. With 12 pip stops, I'm going to buy every pip it drops. There you go. That's the trade, Tim. So, that was my real money trade. I just dumped my longs from today. I put buy limits in. You can follow along at home, Tim. For 2 hours, I'll be buying every pip we drop. 12 pip stop to make 36 pips for 2 hours. All the way on the way to 24. Okay, so now what? Stream for you, bro. Far behind me. Huh. You still haven't told us what trade you're in, Tim. Maybe we could make some money from your genius. I can show you proof, send you a Skype name. Okay. Well, why don't you just tell us the trade you're in now that you're invested in? Yeah, go to the hangout there. Let's hear what you got to say, Tim. Let's hear it. This Malcolm 1000 knows how to hook up. I don't know how to do a hangout. I'm just not that bright. I resent applications. I like tangible shit like a beer. Back to Africa with you. Tim is... I'm not Chinese. You're white power German. Oh. Clog. I should have known. Are you a Nazi? We don't like Nazis. Our friends have numbers on their arms. Okay, Timmy, time to buy that euro. Up, up and away in my beautiful euro balloon. I'm going to put some passive buy stops in. Timmy like that. What's Tim, what trade should I take? You smell like poop. Wow, that's really harsh, dude. Poop face. Man, them's fighting words, dude. Are you black too? Yeah, I'm the nigga you never met. Are you a Nazi, Timmy? I have... Yeah, I have no interest in talking to you. I have a problem with Simpleton. What's your problem, bitch? Oops, fuck, it just scrolled. Yikes, damn it. Oh, it's so hard to read this shit. Wait. For wasting YouTube. Okay, but you're filling up the bandwidth with your typing though. Tim, you're the one fucking up YouTube with your typing. YouTube is losing views because of this idiot. Okay. Well, not yours though. I don't get, I mean, Tim must be kidding, right? Because only a retard talks like that, right? So I won't get what is your goal, Tim? God, I don't get it, man. Here comes Robert Gibson. Wow, what are these people? I mean, what do you guys have like a fucking... What are you guys, 5 years old? I don't get this shit. Man, I tell you what. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, yeah, spread betting, right? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Nigger, that's right. Nigger, please. Nigger, please. Oh, wow. I'm as black as the guy in Forensic Files. Can you believe he's black? The guy in Forensic Files? I had no idea. Okay, Timmy. Time to get filled on the long side here. They're coming back into my limits in the euro. Tell the guy from Shit Town. Wow, this is like when Obama streams. These kind of comments. No, I'm not black. Does sound black. My dick's black. It's fucking about 19.5 inches. If that's what you're talking about. I got a crane for it. I had to get a Prince Albert just so I could reel it in. The only thing black about me is my dick size. Don't use stops. Don't use stops. Well, just use your account as a stop. That's all. Or just babysit the trade. Make sure you don't blow it up. Looks like you got a friend there. Yeah, I remember you. A squared. Who's observing from A squared? He's on the diag. He's on that rock that's been painted 1,000,000 times. The diag. I'll never forget going to the diag 40 years ago. And I'm like, and the point is, this is the diag. You're at the diag. I'm like, you mean isn't diagonal? That'd be correct, sir. What's the point? Tim, what broker are you using? I'm really curious about that myself. What's with the demo account thing? People not getting another basic distinction. Yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, it's just people don't like to see demo accounts, I guess. People have issues with that. I don't get it. I guess these people got money to blow. They've already figured out how to trade, so they can't get any better at it. What's the point of a demo account? I'm like, you know, it's Asia session too, you know. I'm in 60K. That says it all as far as I'm concerned. Coming into Asia here, I'm looking for a rally now to my new target. My target is always had a target here of this wick. So this wick here is my big target. This is my first target. So 2409 first target, 2411 second target. What is your trade, Tim? What's the trade you're in? I don't get it. You're an investor. Which currency pair did you pick? Let's see how smart you are. Yeah, Fiona Apple. I don't know. This other chick. Did you see this girl, Christina Aguilera? She took her makeup off. Oh my God, she's hot as shit. Like, what the fuck is this bitch wearing makeup for? I guess to look older, because she looks like a fucking 10-year-old with her makeup off. That's the problem with music, man. The music scene. It's like the guys are wearing fucking makeup. Jesus Christ. I guess if she was on stage, her face would be a blob, so it's theatrical makeup. You're using your bank account. I don't do brokers. Oh no, here we go. I don't play on demos. What do you do? What do you do, Tim? I don't get it. Why are you here? I don't do brokers. I don't play on demos. So, what are you wiring money back and forth? You don't even do Bitcoin, huh? Use your bank account. For what? I don't get it. Here we go. We're going up, so I'm going to cash out into... I'm just going to scalp this right now. Okay. Police is coming after you because you suck. God. I can't believe they let this guy have a bank account. He's 12 years old, I think. I swear to God, man. I never saw anything like it. Please bring back that guy from fucking wherever, that trucker that was beating me up. I like Donald Trump. I like a guy. Not these queers that come in here and troll. Here, glancing at the stream. Where else? I should be streaming on it's called oh shit. I can't even remember the name. That gambling site. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Starts with an F or something. Flickr. I don't know what the fuck. I can't remember now. But nobody... I don't know. Some guy said, hey, you should stream on that. And I did. I don't even remember the name of it. It's too much to keep up with, man. I'm not doing this for glamour. I'm just alive. And I have a YouTube stream. I have a channel and I'm alive, so I'm streaming. Yeah, he's behind, very behind. It's hard to keep up with these people. I can trade normal lots on a normal brokerage, but I don't see why I should pay commissions and taxes. I don't know, commissions aren't bad. Taxes, that's a problem because that goes towards the evil state and they have nothing good to do with your money. But have another stupid ass sign that says objects appear closer than they are, or some dumb shit like that. So okay, I opened the first live account and blew it. Haven't traded since. I'm trying to unlearn. You just trade light. You know, you don't have to trade heavy. That's all. Of course, you're probably not going to want to trade light if you get excited about a trade. That's the only problem. It's like if you get excited about some girl, you're probably going to want to bang her, you know, and then you're going to go broke. Because she's going to be like, can we go out to eat? And I'll be like, oh, God. We just ate. I'm broke. The dumper. Get rid of that bitch. Nerd names. Robert Gibson's a very un-nerd name. God, how old is Tim? Man, your parents... Did your parents know you're on the internet? It's too bad, man. God. I remember my first beer. God, I don't even know. Tim is just... You're 32? Huh. Interesting. I didn't think you'd have the brains to be a Donald Trump fan. 32 years old. But what country are you from? So I finally caught up with the stream there. Tim, what country are you in? You must be a American. A frustrated American. It's alright. Okay, I'm buying right here. I'm buying this new low. I'm going to buy it on limits. I got limits, I'm buying on stops. Okay, my stops are right above the top of that fractal. That's a real Stapleton entry there. You're from Germany? And the United States. So you're a Trump fan, and you're in Germany? Huh. Man. Did you get hold of some of those synthetic drugs, Tim? Did you get some of those bath salts in your head? Dude, you have like zero brains for 32. Have your money in the bank. In Deutschmarks? Wow, Tim, I'm surprised. I would have given you the American break if I knew you're from America, but dude, I got a lot of German equipment. My car is German, and you don't seem German to me. You have no logic thread in your head. I thought these Germans are engineers and logical. They make some nice gear, but, you know, hey. You know, maybe, Tim, you got hold of some designer drugs. Okay, I'm at 2407 here out of this, spreads are half a pip out of FXCM right now. We just pulled back here and stop hunted the 15-minute goobers. We just filled this mini vacuum, so I'm buying at the market here. But I'm also going to buy in stops for the confirmation entry. So that's it. It's Asia. We broke out, pulled back. 15-minute chart's going to update in 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes to update 15-minute. So you're from Germany, are you? I have ways of making you trade. So what are you doing here, Tim? What's the point? Impress me. Can you speak Yiddish? Surely you can speak Yiddish, right? Are you a German Jew? Or are you one of these Nazi Jews? I guess I got rid of the German Jews. I like how Einstein was like, something doesn't smell right. I think I'm going to leave the country. Huh. How about what the Germans did to Peter Lorre? Peter Lorre's parents. Peter Lorre got on the radio one day and he said, fuck Germany. I think they killed his family or something. Peter Lorre. I don't like what you did to my family. Okay, so we're waiting again. I'm running pretty tight stops tonight in Asia. So we could get stopped out in a moment's notice. 2407 for the ask. 2406.2 for the bid. Is that what everybody has? Are we all on the same page here? These are for brokers that have a spread under 1 pip. Okay. There you go, 7:30, boom. We're going to hold this. Let them stop me out. So there's really no trades until... If we only trade every 15 minutes, we can only lose so much money. I got a 3-hour chart here I'm looking at. Looks good. I think we broke out. Right? So, German dude found for the first time. YouTube. Huh. I'm gonna sleep, man. Just stream earlier and I'll destroy your stream. Okay. With your team of fucknuts? Tim is the most vapid motherfucker I've ever seen. Remember, you'll get 100 dislikes on your next stream. Okay. Because people must see what a noob nerd you are. You still haven't told me what trade I should be in, Tim, so you must be the noob. God, how bizarre, man. 32 years old. I guess Europe is in trouble. Sounds like a Marxist. How could he be a Trump fan, though? It's very bizarre. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. Wow. That has to be the lamest person I supposedly sort of met in my life. Okay. So, no trades for another 15 minutes, so what are you going to do in the meantime? What do people do when it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't get what his deal was. I mean, yesterday, he started talking and I'm like, okay. And I was just like, what's your point? I think he just wants to chat. But he's going to sleep now? Wow. He must have a tough job he has to go to. Okay, here, let me take a look. I invest for a living. What do you invest in? You still haven't told me what you invested in. What's the trade? What should I buy? Are you afraid that if you tell us that you'll kill your trade? Are you one of those guys? I don't get it. People like you crack me up. You invest, but you're not telling me what you invest in. Can you give us a clue? 5-minute crypto. I'm asking this Tim guy. What does Tim invest in? Because he says he's an investor. In bonds. Which ones? U.S. bonds? The gilts? The Bundesbond? Which bond? You noob. Which bond market? Where did you get in? Are you holding for the interest or are you holding for the price fluctuation? Are you getting a dividend on your bonds or are you in for the price fluctuation? Or don't you know? Did your parents invest it for you? You're holding bonds maybe? Maybe you think we're crazy to trade the market. They're more safer. They're more safer than this shit. Oh, I see. Really? Okay. I get your number there. I see what you're talking about, buddy. You don't understand how the market works, so you're afraid of it. I get it. Hey, you wouldn't be the first guy. Or GDP USD. Those are all shit. Too much volume? He's complaining about too much volume? What trader complains about too much liquidity? Oh my God, Tim. Okay, so Tim doesn't like Forex. He doesn't like demos. Yeah, if you just want to have, if you want to play it safe, yeah. Well, you're probably not like us. So when are you gonna cash out your bonds and get a piece of ass so you're not over here bothering me? Or do you already have a boyfriend? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, so yeah. So here's the guy that just typed in the window. He says I can publish his full trading history here. He's trading, he has to trade 10Ks because he has to trade spread betting. So he's up 181 pounds. I think that's about 230 bucks or something. That's a pretty big size. I'd still trade 10Ks, but it's more work. It's just more work, that's all. Like this could have been a 350 loser. But hey, you know. You know, if you're going to so yeah, you know, oh, okay, it's not a 50K. Maybe it's 5K. Maybe those are 5Ks because the depending what broker you go to, it's hard to find a broker though that'll let you trade small. But yeah, I don't know. So Tim is investing in bonds, and he's a buy and hold guy, and he doesn't see the value in swing trading or scalping. Yeah, because I don't think I'm an investor. I think I'm a trader. So he's an investor. So I don't know what he's doing here because I'm not an investor. He doesn't like traders, I think. I'm going to go with he doesn't like traders. Uh-oh. Yeah, because he's been typing. I haven't been keeping up. Okay, we get it. You don't like simpleton. Yeah, I can't even tell. I wish he'd explain it, but there are more safer than this shit. Euro USD. Safer. Well, we're traders. We don't invest in it, so we create our own safety with stop limits. With stop orders. I'm only gay for you, Tim. You have a wife and kids? Oh my God, please tell me you don't. I have nothing. I've got you, Tim. You're still here. Tim, you have a wife and kids because you just don't want anybody to know you're gay. You have a stunt wife and kids is what you're saying. Okay, Tim, we're buying here. Are you up for it? What does it... should I buy here? It's a good place to buy. You only have your demo accounts. At least I have something. You must be sick. I think, Tim, every time you open your mouth, we can see that you could have been... I think you're a neo-Nazi. Time to buy, Tim. Time to buy the euro. Come on, baby. Hit that button. Hit that button. Okay, I'm at 110K. Here we go. Come on, Tim. Push up that euro. You're over there in Europe. Push it. Give it a nice push. Come on, push. Like Zeppelin. Push, push. All right. You are alone forever. That's why you stream. Ah, the bliss of being alone without fucknuts like you around. Dude, if being with people means being with you, you're on my stream though. So I don't have any bliss. You destroy my bliss. You get off on that, don't you, Tim? Tim sounds playful. Tim, do you like it up the ass? Does your wife give you the index finger? She knows how you feel about it. They're coming for you, Tim. You hear that siren? Like this. Come on, Tim. Don't you have any better material? Surely you have better material than this. Should I buy the bond market? Is it too late to get in, Tim? Is it an uptrend? Is that what you're doing? Let's talk Forex. Come on. That's what I'm saying, man. You don't like Forex, though. What currency should I be in? Which direction? Come on, Tim. Right now I'm in New York City. I'm in New York City traffic. January 17th, 2016. Come on, Tim. Try CAD Japan. Okay. Should I go long or short? Are you sure you're not Kelvin? Is it okay to use the demo? Market Watch. Is that Canadian versus Japan? Okay, chart window. Should I go for what do you prefer in charting? This kind? Should I buy or sell? Here, I'll give you some candlesticks. You think about it now. Should I buy or sell? Why do you ask him to try something? Does it make sense if he's using a fucking demo? It makes no sense anyways. Why is that, Robert? Why does it make no sense? Robert, do you know how to trade the market? Are you in a trade? Can you tell us what I should do since you're so smart? I don't want to risk real money on your dumb shit, so tell me what to do in the demo. Tell me which trade I should take. Here, I'll say this is a template. Call out the currency and tell me which trade to take. Even my demos suck. Is that all you guys can say? Do you guys all fuck each other? Man, anybody watching this stream can see how retarded you guys are. Why ask him to try something? I'm asking Tim what the trade is, because Tim's a genius. So is Robert Gibson, who's I mean, as far as I'm Tim, when you speak the way you do, it reveals your stupidity. So my demos suck. And for the reason of... Why is that? Okay. We'll just move on. It's so funny, man. No, these guys are really intrigued because I'm just too intriguing for them. They don't get it. And they don't have anything better to do, so... I'm glad I can rent space in their head for free. Should I buy this? Is that what you're saying? I didn't get the final... You said try CAD yen. You mean to buy it? Or to sell it? Should I buy it or should I sell it? It's in a downtrend on the daily. I think I missed my entry, Tim. And you know where the entry was, don't you, Tim? I've explained this in the stream before. Can you see where you should have bought this? Right here. Yes, that's what I mean. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, buy it. Okay, I'll buy it. Where should I put my stop? Since you think it's a good trade, let me load up on it. Because you must know what you're doing. I just bought 41K. Now where do I put my stop? Buy it now. How come all of a sudden you turn into a trader all of a sudden? But you invest in the bond market? Okay. I just bought it. Now what? Where do I get out? How long do I hold the trade, Tim? Let me see how it's doing. Okay. I'm down $2. Should I get out? How much money do you want to make on this? I'm in 41K for Tim. I'm trading for Tim. Below the blue line. What do you mean? You want me to buy and get out below the blue line? You missed your entry, Tim. Did you buy here? Oh. Ryan Brown must be your soulmate. I'm up $2. Should I get out? Ryan Brown doesn't feel pain. He's got a hot wife. Dude, I mean, you're just a joke, man. I'm gonna have to ignore you. You're trapped in a fucking 10-year-old's brain, dude. So we have to put you. We have to get rid of you. If you're taking up too much fucking space on the goddamn channel. So I had to get rid of him. I hope I got rid of him. I think I did. Oh no, I just had to get rid of him here. I'm not scared. You won't say anything, Tim. You're just full of shit. I'm making money on my trade. Are you making money on your trade? Yeah, I mean, it's just too much to read. You're just full of shit, dude. There's too much to read. I can't keep up with bullshit like that. Let's see. I thought I removed him. Yeah, I can't watch it, dude. It's too much. Okay. That's much easier. I can't scroll through. I can't read commentary. That's fucking retarded. But I'll leave your trade here. I don't know where you want me to get out. I don't know if you want to put a stop on that. But it's not my trade, so I'm going to get out since you're not here. I'll take the $4 and leave. I'll mark it off here. Here's where Tim said to buy. We'll see how that trade works out. Anyways, whatever. So I'm keeping track of Timmy's trade. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind if somebody's going to fucking argue with me, but dude, you don't even have an argument. It's so stupid. I don't get it. I really just don't get it. I mean, how can somebody get through the world like that? Guy's in Germany, has a wife and kids, but he finds fucking 5 hours to come on my stream and just talk nonsense. I mean, it's like, what is that? It's like a Chinese water torture. I guess it's German water torture. Reinvented. God, yeah. Do I have to show you everything? Here's my CAD trade. I'll buy that if it comes down. I got a moving average on that one. Look at that. Anyways, I just wanted to show you. I just want to show you how I trade the euro dollar. That's all. It's pretty boring. I don't have the excitement that Tim does. So, I think I'm going to go out and get an omelet at some point here. I just want to see them if a market can make it to 124.10. Cashing out into that 124.10. Yeah, I don't know. Just what is with people, man? I guess this is why you get these people that will stand with a protest sign with a crayon on a board. He sounds like one of those cunts that would sit at the Wall Street sit-in and complain about the banks. It's just not right. The interest rates they charge. Dude, they're clearing funds for you. They're bailing you out of your fuck up. They're holding a mortgage on your house you couldn't afford. On the lease, the car lease you couldn't afford. You know? So, shut the fuck up. You know, I complain, hey, what's going on? This is Euro Traders here. Painfully watching the euro try to go up 4 pips here, so I can cash out at 124.10. I can't figure out what that Robert Gibson's up to either. I guess I'm not a nice person. I think I saw Robert Gibson in this Forex Hangout Discord. I don't know if it's the same guy. I thought I saw this guy in here. Maybe not. No, I didn't see him in there. But he's a real dick. He's a real airhead. You know, hit me with something interesting, man. Gotta have something interesting to say. At least when I rip people apart, I rip them apart. I didn't even rip apart that Ryan Brown guy. Shit, I was polite to him. I think the most ripping I ever gave anybody was when I ripped Stapleton when I first saw him. I just tore him to shreds. It's pretty ruthless there. Okay, we're pushing this euro up. I'm not going to buy here because I'm already long, so I'm not going to chase. I'm only going to buy when it's really down hard on the 15. Oh, looks like Tim's making money here on this trade. Look at that. He bought one at the market. Wow, Tim. You go, girl. Hey, look at this. I'm up in this yen. Check that shit out. I'm going to cash out. I'm going to bank that. Free up some margin. I'm going to grow this account, damn it. So we're drifting on the 15 here. Crawling out of this hole. This is such a classic. Wait for it to smash it down at any minute. Just crush us into the ground. Oh, man. Why are you a fan of Ryan Brown? I don't get it. Robert Gibson, I don't know. I guess they like Robert Brown. They like Ryan Brown's personality. I just don't even know what they're trying to say. True power. His true power, huh? He's got superpowers? What is he, a cartoon character? Come on, Robert. What's the trade, Robert? I gotta make some money tonight, man. I gotta pay for my alimony. How about the guppy? What ask Ryan, email, is Ryan on your instant messenger? Can you ask him about the Brexit trade? What should I do about this Brexit situation? Look at this cloud, dude. We just entered this. We just nicked the cloud here. Look at this fucking entry. I'm telling you, this cloud trading fucking works. Look at this shit. Right here, we just nicked the cloud I bought. I like that cloud trading. Look at this perfect fucking entry. And we were oversold into the cloud. Does it get any better than that? His true power is able to 70% loss by trading with it. I know, launching an EA. Dude, this is like having a computer suck your dick. The prototype. You look down, your dick's gone. I guess we should have tested that in demo mode. Could have used a pickle, use a cucumber and test it. I don't know what to tell people like that. He's the new mentor from Trading Empowered. He is? Oh, God. He signed up with Akil Stokes. Good for him. Just read Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. Just watch Mark Douglas. That should tell you everything you need to know. Take it from a guy that filed bankruptcy how you're supposed to trade. Akil Stokes never filed bankruptcy. I had this one guy who was so retarded, he said, well, why would you listen to a guy that filed bankruptcy? Because he filed bankruptcy, and then he won. And so a light bulb went off in his head when he filed bankruptcy. And you know what that magic light bulb was? He had nothing to fear anymore. All his fears came true. He filed bankruptcy. I remember the time I was watching Ryan Brown say that he got whipsawed in the market trading against his robot. And he says, my wife says that she's going to put me on a trading diet or something. If you saw his wife, you'd do what she says. His wife could out-trade him. Oh, man. Akil's a pretty white guy. He's the whitest guy ever, whitest black dude ever talk. He thinks like a white guy. He doesn't do demo stuff. I know, because he knows how to trade so well. He misses his entry by 1 pip. What's your goal in life, Robert? To come here and be a cunt? Why don't you take one of my videos and go get a screen recorder and just make a video about my video and tell me how I got my head up my ass? Why do you give a fuck about Ryan Brown? You're just being a dick. You're just being a joking asshole. You know the guy that you know the kid that can trade at Empowered Trading is that young kid. He can trade. What's his name? I thought Empowered Trading's closed down. I don't see it anymore. That young kid, he's not a bad trader. Is that Avery Horton? I just think it's ridiculous to I mean, I just think that they're overcharging for what they're telling you to do. You could copy what they're, you know, I don't know. Advanced pattern analysis is like the dumbest shit I think I've ever seen in my life. I get it's a marketing instrument. It's sexy. So people are attracted to that, you know. Look at that. Did you see what he did there? He's got a bat wing on the chart. You gotta see this guy. Well, what is it? What am I missing? He's got bat wings. On his back? No, on the chart. Really? And they have this other pattern. What's that? A cipher. Oh, really? I never saw a cipher. You know, it's not a real thing. You ever look up cipher on the Google? It's just a made-up word. Well, we have our A to the Z, to the B to the C, to the A to the B, to the C to the B. Let's drop down to the 5-minute chart for entry on our weekly trade. Welcome to Empowered Trading. We'll be trading 2 contracts. We'll take partial profits on 1. It's cool if you're an amateur. But if you trade for a living, how could you do it, right? How could you live like that? Down syndrome. Ouch. The old Down syndrome joke. Look at this fucking cloud trading. Look at that entry. I'm up in this trade. Oh, look, that Nazi's up on his trade too. Look at that. Yeah, as long as you can say something somewhat intelligent, I do love a troll. But dude, you got to have better material than, don't you? Isn't that a rule? Like when I troll somebody, I hit them over the head. I'm very obtuse. People don't like that. Coming up on my target here. 2 pips from target. Wow, look at that. That Nazi nailed that. Look, he's up on that trade. I guess he did know what he's talking about. Watch out for that Timmy. He didn't tell me where to get out, though. So that's always a problem with signal service. Same thing. Unless they tell you where to put the stop and where to get out, you know. I like this euro. I bought here for the 1, 2, 3. This is the 5th time I bought down here on the weekly. Okay, here we go, kids. Stand by for blast off. 5-minute traders alert. 5-minute trading alert. Update in 30 seconds on the 5. Ooh, these 5-minute guys are going to bust this a nut north, aren't they? So we bought that 15-minute pullback faithfully. We did not buy this. Well, I'm buying it now. I'm just going to buy a little bit more. 124.10, and I suspect the sellers are going to come in here in this window. So I could put some sell limits there, but I won't. I'm just going to look that for my targets. And then what I'll do is I'll dump orders in there. Here comes the 5-minute, guys. They just broke that out. So here was the 5-minute vacuum. To me, this was what caused the momentum. It was once we started cut through that, there was quite a bit of excitement here because this is a very narrow range here. And look at the unfair value. Double bottoms on wicks, unfair value outside here. So it's a good trade. Now we're looking to cash out into from 9 to 11. And let's see what we can do. I'm in 100 and I don't know. 18K? No, what is that? I don't know. 100K at least. That's going to be, I don't know, 18? Half of 34, whatever that is. It's $2 per. See, the sellers are coming in now. So that's the only problem with these markets is for every buyer there's a seller. Yeah, I don't know. It really depends. Some people do not like. I don't like confirmation entries, so that's why I don't like a kill Stokes. I say put a pending order in there, dude. Don't be a pussy. I don't know what a kill does. A kill doesn't even have to trade his own account, you know. He makes plenty of money showing people how to trade. They may have a real account that they trade that makes money, but it's not making as much money as they could. For what they claim they know, they should be killing it. For what they charge, if I was going to show people how to trade, this is what I'd do. I'd say, okay, let's put $500 in an account and let's build you an account. And let's trade it. When it gets to $1,000, I'll be like, okay. After 2 weeks, we should be at $1,000. I'd say, there you go. You're on your own. Give me $100 to the, you know, if they were really going to teach people how to trade, you know what they should do? They should say, let's take $500. We'll take your tuition money. We're going to charge you $5,000. We'll take 1,000 of that. We'll throw it in an account. We'll trade it, and we'll pay for your tuition in 3 months. We'll pay off your tuition. And we'll keep $1,000. Just like Shark Tank. That guy in the middle on Shark Tank. They're not going to do that. You know why? Because they know that they know that the people that come to them to learn how to trade are going to fuck up the account. Because most people fuck up everything they own. Everything they do. Look at this guy Timmy. All he is a big fucking you know, babbling piece of shit. There's nothing he says that is of any value. Where he has not done anything. He's not producing anything. I mean, come on. Give us a hint. Just saying dumb stuff. What is that? We don't have time for that, do we? Yeah, Bill Gates is in here heavy tonight. I can feel it. Yeah, you know, I think if people are paying, though, they feel... This is another thing, there's a placebo effect. If you pay for a course, you know. Okay, we're coming up on our targets. Let this one go. Try to get the account up to $7,000. I think I could make about 40 bucks on this trade right now if it blasts up coming into the bottom of the hour. Or I could take my 26 bucks and run right now, I suppose. Anyways. Huh. Yeah. Mention who? Bill Gates. Okay, I'm going to go to the 15-minute chart because that's the one I bought. I bought that 15-minute pullback. We filled that vacuum, and here's where I suspect we should be cashing out. Just to keep track. Hopefully this is going to cash out. I see my take profits up there. And unless they're connected to a really deep pending, that's the only problem with all these tickets is that if I put a really deep pending, this may not be the take profits for the trade I'm in right now. This could be for a really deep order. So I don't know if I'll be getting out here. No-brainer trades. Yeah, we don't want to use our brain too hard. Save that for drinking. It's pretty tame right now, isn't it? Markets are very tame right now. Not a whole lot going on. By the bottom of the hour, we should be... I think we could probably crawl up this... 930 is going to be the big deal. Okay, the sellers already came in. So they captured that. So that's pulling back because of the people that sold this. Every rooftop on this 15... sellers come in. See, they come in there. So we should have, if we were scalping really big, we would have dumped right there and taken our 26 bucks. Or in 15 minutes, or in in 3 minutes, it'll be 15 minutes after I could buy again. Or at 8:30, I could buy some more. Or I'm just going to sit in this and just so. That's the question you're always confronted with is, should this be a scalp or should this be a swing trade? And I think that's where the bigger you're in, the more you have to be a scalper. Logically speaking. Now, if you're in light, yeah, you can be an investor. You don't have to be so intense, I suppose. If you're a scalper, you're buying this right now, this pullback. That rip back to the breakout point, you're buying that. So I'm going to buy it. Yeah, so here's a pattern, but I think what it comes down to is my contention, my beef with these empowered trading people is they don't tell you what to do with the pattern in any meaningful way. They say the dumbest shit you've ever heard, like, well, there's a 618 down here, so this is why we're going to get in, right? Well, why don't I buy this double bottom? So I said to Akil Stokes one day, I don't have the video, but trust me, he brought me up in the video, and he goes, there's a guy named Simpleton who asked a very interesting question. Let me see if I can do my Akil Stokes. And he said, talk about a nerd. And he said, well, we have a bottom here. So I saw there was a bottom here, and I said, well, why don't you just place a buy limit here? And this way, upon entry, it will be guaranteed it will be a double bottom. When the market comes back and retests this first bottom, then we have will be getting filled on confirmation at the bottom. So his comeback was the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard somebody say that claims they know how to trade. They know what it takes to make money in the market. He said, well, we wouldn't put a buy limit here because we don't know if this is going to be the bottom or not. You never know if anything's going to be anything. How do you, what? So what? Okay, we're taking out this now. So we're coming into this sell zone. I wouldn't sell this. I think it's going to be a pretty brutal, choppy ride here. I could sell one here. I already cashed out of something. But what a dumb thing to say. We don't know if it's going to keep going down. So then put a stop in. How do you know anything in these markets? Well, we don't have a fib handle there. And your point is, I mean, it's just so stupid. Where does this come from? Who thinks like that? Yeah, I wouldn't sell here. I mean, this looks too. If you look at the 4 hour and the daily, it looks scary. Like, look at the 4 hour. They're probably going to pound. I'd start selling maybe up here. I think they're going to punish this thing to the north. $24.14, I'd get out. I'd start selling. I don't know. It just looks so angry. Like, look at this. Break out of Asia. I'd sell up here maybe. Right there. From here to here, I'd sell. It looks too pissed off. Besides, what if it completes this price pulse? You know, it'd be like this, right? The old 1-2 punch. Right now I'm gonna cash out right now here, so I am gonna sell into this because we just clipped this. We just nabbed this vacuum, so I'm gonna cash out into that. I think I give it about 3 minutes here, unless they cash me out. I'll wait till the bottom of the hour on this, so I'll give it some room, some time to get there. That'll be a profound moment on the half hour. Somebody already got out. Enough people got out here to make it come back. I could have cashed out. I could have done that. But I think I'm going to wait till the bottom of the hour. If you look at it like this, it's kind of scary to think about selling. It really depends how you frame this. I think framing matters a lot. And the 4 hour, you know, I mean, if you look at the 15, you're like, okay, I might. This is as zoomed out as I think I'd want to get. That's the half hour. Here's the 15. Technically, it's drifting up. Another thing Ryan Brown said that was pretty funny is he was like, this is a technical move. I'm like, you should trade technical moves. They look like they work. Yeah, I'm scalping. I think I'm always scalping. I have a scalp woven into maybe a better move. So, here. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the link. It's called BAR, B-A-R. It's out there. Because I think I'm a swing trader. I could put tighter stops in, but I think it's only good if you're really afraid. I mean, if you're going to trade really big, put tight stops in. Oh, having shorter stop losses in proportion to take profits on the scripts. Yeah, better ratios, right? Only because it seems like market direction gets polarized when it gets near previous time. Polarized? I don't know. Okay, looks like we're going to go for rally here into the bottom of the hour. We might be able to hit this in 7 minutes here as we come down to the bottom of the hour. Well, I think 15 minutes is about as short as I would go. See, the 15-minute chart, you could trade this. You could trade this because you could buy this pullback here, double bottom. You could buy all pullbacks on the 15 with a wide stop. If you're a risk taker, you wouldn't buy this. You just hold it. Hopefully you bought this. I would not buy any of this shit. I'd never chase it. So I guess that's a thing I just don't like to do. Let this thing hit my target. Let this thing cash out. So I could get to 7,000 here. I was 1450 yesterday, so I'm up. You know, there's a way to make money trading, you know. It's easy to do. You just have to show up, I suppose. And so it's going to be crazy here. I think the sellers are going to come in above this 12.15, 124.15. So I have $42 here I could take right now. So that's another thing is every time. Well, I don't mind. I mean, I'm doing the stream now, so I can babysit it. What I do is I lay in bed, and Nikkei's down 2% right now. I just got a notification on my Android. Japanese stock market's crashing right now. I'm gonna cash out of this thing. So I'm gonna take this $30. See how fast this broker gets out of 1Ks. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put limits in and buy on limits now. See, it's still cashing out. Okay, so I'm up on something, and it's not this. I'm up on this pound, this Brexit stuff. Go here and view the navigator, and then come down here and go close all profits. It's just going to take all my genius trades off. Now, if I don't want to babysit this, I'll come back here with, we'll give it 3 hours to pull back into here. But I'm only going to fill this one ticket, so I'm going to put a real dense order in. Like every pip. Here with a 10 pip stop. So I'll go like this. Go like this and really load the wagon here. For 8 hours, I will buy that pullback. So I'm on flat, right? And I have almost no fear of missing out on this trade because I guarantee you they can pull this market back. Later on, I think it could come back. So people that are selling this thing on the half hour, they're up in that trade right now. So am I, because I got out there. But it could keep roaring north, right? So people that scalped here for 3 pips and they traded $1 million position, they're just like, okay. How far can that pull back? So when it pulls back, I'm rooting for their team. I'm cheering the sellers on myself because I have buy limits below that I want to pick up on. I went flat to free up all my margin and bank it. I'm up to 1680. So to get this account up to $2,000 by the end of the week, I've got to do the same thing from the buy side. So here's one. Buys on this one, right? Now this you got to be careful. This is that pound Australia. So we're going to go wide here. I'm going to go real deep. I'll put a risk 30 pips to make 40. Risk 20 to make 40. 8 hours. So if they smash this down tonight, this is going to be a great fill. And how many times does the market do this maneuver where it smashes down? Can anybody see on this chart how absolutely genius that entry is? It's the same entry we had here, the same entry we had here. It doesn't get any dumber than buy low, sell high. You literally just keep putting in buy limits below current price. And it's amazing. It doesn't even matter that it's trending. The same thing on the north side. I just don't see how people don't see this shit. I think this Tim guy, also that Calvin said, you don't understand the years of study it takes to trade this stuff. Yeah, I guess I don't, because when I figured out that, and I just seen the market go up and down, I just kind of know that's what's going to happen. Now the thing is getting the size right. And here, look at no fills yet. I really have to make some daily orders here. So for me to really trade a demo, I think what I would have to do is set up orders that last all week and all day, and I would just put them out. I would just go here to the daily chart and be like, okay, let's just put orders down here all week long, because I don't want to keep going like this, right? Let's just see what happens. Let's experiment, right? So why would you have a demo account? Because you like to experiment, right? This is why you get an inflatable Dow, right? So you test everything out on her first. Let's see how the Nazi's doing. Look, he's up on his trade. Ooh, he missed his exit though. Oof. He didn't tell me to get out there. Wouldn't that have been the best place to get out? Tim's not a very good trader. He told me to buy, but he didn't tell me where to sell. I think I would have gotten out here on this wick. Tim did not complete the trade for me. No trade plan. Buy the CAD yen. No, buy the CAD yen, he says. I did. I would have got out there. About 41K of that. So this is just obvious stuff. We're not even filled on anything yet. Then people say, what happens if that thing goes all the way down to here? Well then, Jethro, you just got stopped out of all those fucking tickets. And that's trading. Look at this euro go. So I'm going to sell on limits here for fun, but I don't think this is a good idea. Let's sell at this treetop. I'm still long my real money. I'm still in this with real money. Looking to get out here. Anywhere up in here. So I say we could also do the double click. We could just place pendings up there. So without getting too risky, we'll just make sure they last 15 minutes. This way we'll create a contest for the market. Can the market get up here in 15 minutes and hit these 3K? We have a 9 pip stop to make 18. And I feel better doing that 15-minute order. Because if I'm not here, I want that to delete itself. I want this to not be around. If they can't spike that up in 15 minutes all the way up to here, I don't want it. I'm creating my own auction, in essence. Like on eBay. You put the item up for 5 hours, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm saying, dude, if you can't fill that, here's the bottom of the hour, and everybody's out. See, I was going to wait for the bottom of the hour, but I didn't. I said I was going to, but I didn't. But see how clean that is? Half hour, boom. To me, it looks like it could follow through. Like, I don't think it's just going to sell off now. We haven't finished the hour. But that's a classic. And then we still have 9:30. We have an hour from now, so we can come roaring all the way back in. So since I'm flat, since I actually have money in my account now, freed up margin, now I can take some more risk. For the next 15 minutes, I'll buy right here. So that has to meet this qualifier. This has to, I just created my own auction. Unbeknownst to all the big boys. So I think this is the beauty of the system, of this risk management. Now you're picking your stops here. If you want to risk, and I've got some in here that take quite a bit of risk. Here's 80 pips. 80 to make 80. $40 to make $40. Here's a 5K. This is a 45 pip range though. Mind you, this is like, if the news came out, this covers 40 pip range and it's logarithmic. So here at the end, it's going to double up. That lasts 8 hours. You could set that and go to sleep for 8 fucking hours. They probably won't fill you. Where your cursor tip is your first ticket right here. Then my next ticket, if you look at the spacing here, the spacing tells it all. And this is pretty good if you, like I said, if you have a day job and you want to trade the guppy, this would be great for the guppy. This is a 40 pip range. We're going to get in at the cursor, then we're getting 15 pips deep, then we're going to get in 28 pips deep, 36 pips deep, and 40 pips deep from your cursor tip. This is a 40 pip range, 5K, logarithmic, 8 hours. You're going to risk 80 pips to make 60, and you set that here. So everything has the same risk ratio, same pip risk and everything. So I'm flat. I just got filled, I think. Right? Because I didn't buy at the market. So I'm getting filled on the euro now. The sellers came in right here on this, right here. And we're getting filled on 5K. And we got filled on this one here on a limit. So we just picked up our first ticket here. We're down 21 cents. So how do you feel about that? You're in a 5K and you're down 30 cents. And you're about to get stopped out of these two because they're really tight scalps. So I think it's how you feel about it, because if that doesn't bother you to be down 14 cents, then this is your path. Because I could be down $20 if this thing crushes down in, or I might get stopped out. So if I look at my equity right now, I'm at 1680. If you wanted to keep track and really try to be a trader that takes advantage of every zigzag in the market, you know, it's going to be something like this, you know, where you're really you're gonna log this thing and you say, okay, you know, how am I doing now? And you're gonna be a scalper, because in the swing trade world, you would just be holding this with a wide stop going, oh yeah. But that size would have to be safe for you too. Like the guy was talking about safety. I feel pretty safe with the stops and stuff. Okay, so I got picked up on these longs, and I got sells above me, which I said I don't recommend you do it, but I have them very spaced wide, and they're going to disappear in 15 minutes. So by the time we get to the number 9 on the big hand hits, this is for Timmy. When the big hand hits 9, these will disappear. You can watch them just evaporate. Maybe it's going to take longer than 9 because I think I dropped them a few minutes into this. Plus, if they're coming after your order, so here's the thing. When you trade too many currency pairs, you can't pluck them off as they come into you. If you go like this, and look at the euro, you're going to have come down like this, and you see them flashing. The sell limits, when you're within 10 pips. So right here is the middle. We're 10 pips from getting filled, under 10 pips from getting filled on limits, and under 10 pips from getting filled on the sell limits. So we can pluck these off. If I keep plucking these off, it means I'll be 10 pips away. So sometimes you're like, oh shit, they're going to blow that out, man. The wise thing to do is step in here and go, take these off. Right, start plucking those off until they're not flashing. Okay, so we're 10 pips from getting filled, at least 10 or more pips from getting filled on that sell limit, which as you can see is way the fuck up here. This is a better place to sell or start selling. So if I wanted to risk, I'm going to risk like 9 pips here for an hour. I put it on that rooftop. That's a 3K because that makes more sense. I'm long up into that. And I've also got buy limits below in case it pulls back. So I'm in 8K now. I might be getting filled on something else. Okay, I'm getting filled on this Pound Australia's tanking. So is the CAD. So this guy's coming into my trap. And the other guy's going the other way. So this isn't a fair view of my winning on just one instrument because I got this guy commingled in. That's why I only trade the euro, because I'm really upset when I see the market going up and I'm like, why aren't I up on my account? I never liked that. I mean, I want when I see them when I'm long and I see the market going up, I want to see my balance go up. And I'm like, what the fuck's dragging me down here? Why aren't I up on these trades? So that's not good. So we're at 14. We're at 24.13 on the bid right now, euro dollar. And I think we could make it to 124. The next rooftop is going to be this one at 24.19. So maybe we slam up there by the time the top of the hour comes, or at least by 9:30. So I'm long into a sell limit. It's getting dicey here. It's a slow recovery, and look at the 4 hour. I don't think you want to be selling that. You've got 8 hours of rooftop there waiting to get blown out. So the half hour is here, but you still have this one to hit, which is the top of the 4 hour. We punch through, and then the sellers might come in there, but I think we're going to punch through. Word. Is that like word up? Whatever that meant. I was listening to rap music, you know, that's a whole nother language. So, we're teetering here at 24.12 and a half. Looking for some follow through into the top of the hour. And in the big picture, you know, this is really, it looks like this. So, you're like this. Shit. Okay. Just blew that up. It's like this. What the hell happened there? Okay. So we're just nudging along the highs here. Is it bird up, really? Word up, brother. What's up? Okay, I thought it was black. Listen, brother. The sounds of the city. Elvin Jones. Who's Elvin Jones? Elvin Jones is like a blues guy, isn't he? God, how much these robots are so sensitive to shut your stream down in a second. What if I put a ton of reverb on it? Elvin Bishop. Heavy sounds. The Machine. Elvin Jones Jazz Machine. Those black guys are really good at drums. Plus there's this blues guitarist I found, this black dude that's just... That guy has absolutely no shyness in him. He's the most fluid, unafraid guitarist I've ever seen. Okay. So, not getting any follow through there. We're teetering at 24.10. Sellers are coming in on the half hour. Pulling it off that top. So I'm getting filled on limits here, though. If we pull back, I'll pick up some more K. I'm in 8K now. I'm in 9K somewhere. I'm picking up tickets somewhere here. But definitely, if you just put an order beneath where you're at right now, it's going to be better than buying at the market, because the market could move down 10 pips in the next 8 hours. So that's the whole thing, is that I'm saying, can the market move down 10 pips in the next 8 hours, and would you buy it? Without regard to Fibonacci, without regard to anything. Is it a good idea to buy low? Yeah. So you don't have to backtest that concept. I think the funniest thing about backtesting is that it presupposes that your strategy has all these filters, and when they're invoked, they will do the right thing. So we need to test that. And then we test it and make sure it's very robust, and then we unleash it on the market. And this is this harebrained shit, dude. Is that robot tuned to a 210 pip a week market? If it's not, it's a bullshit. It's just bullshit. It has to be. Sized. The robot needs to be aware of size. It needs to be size dynamic. It needs to be so complicated that it needs to be a fucking human being. And then when Ryan Brown said, well, I'm going to let the robot trade it. I don't think I have to go back to, manual trading is just beneath the guy. I can manually trade. If I had to manually trade this, I could. What I would do is I would just I'd place pendings, and I'd just hire an EA. I'd just get an EA to come in and throw stops and take profits in for me. Or I guess I'd do it myself. But why would I do it if I have a script? Well, I would just do it. It would just take time. You'd just go like this. You'd say, okay, well, let's open this up and let's change the... It'd be like once the order's filled, you'd have to come back here and go, okay, I want to make 1,000 pips. My stop's there. I've done it. I've done it, man. You go like this, and what's the biggest winning... What's just flashing? If it's flashing and you want to move it, you just go... I just do it all the time. Why would I do that? If I want to stick with my original risk plan and not move any of these orders, that's the trick. Keep your original risk parameters. Your market orders have a predefined stop and exit. You're following all these trade plans. You really don't want to move these unless you're an advanced trader. If anything, move the take profit, but don't move the stop. Keep your risk of ruin the same, right? I mean, risk of ruin, make it so that the $5 drops that I have in the thing are based on, that's the worst as it gets is $5. Okay, so if I'm sitting here on the 15, I'm like, okay, look I pulled back here. I should have bought, right? So I'll buy now. If I'm buying every 15-minute pullback, I just missed. That was a bearish candle. So I'm going to buy right now. I'm going to chase it a little bit here. We haven't broken out this yet. I'm not going to put a buy stop at the top of this. It's stupid. A buy in anticipation of the break of that. Doesn't make any sense to do that. Okay, so it's coming near the top of the hour now. We're staring down 124.15 now. Like I said, this is going to be the big deal. Can we hit this price here? How are we going to behave? Right there. Almost there. And hopefully it bursts out and then we cash out. Burst up and cash out. It's as easy as pie. Yeah. I never saw Joni Mitchell in the Melvins, but I'm a pretty hardcore Joni Mitchell fan, I must say. In fact, I was watching. It's really hard. The bass player for Joni Mitchell is like the producer. I found a couple of videos of him. What an amazing bass player! Good God! But this other guy, who plays guitar, he plays like a real eerie stuff. If you look up Dust Bowl, he plays Dust Bowl. I can't remember his name. Everybody that Joni Mitchell picked was fucking high end. She had Wayne Shorter. The famous one was Matheny and Jaco. That tour. That was amazing. But she's just amazing. She's dying. I mean, I tell you what, that album, which, didn't get a lot of... there's an album that she did, Chalk Mark in a Rainstorm. It really didn't get a lot of stuff about it, but what a killer album, man. with Peter Gabriel. So Chalk Mark in a Rainstorm is just amazing. And then she re-released, and then she did a soft version of Cherokee Louise. You know that she did like a remake of Cherokee Louise with a full orchestra. It's pretty insane. I mean, when I was a kid, my best friend's sister had Joni Mitchell Blue album. And I didn't even know what it was, and I just looked at it, you know. And then years later, I put it on, and I'm like, holy shit! It's just so good. I mean, my favorite line from Joni Mitchell must be off of Hernia album, when she says that she walks by the candle wax rolls down like tears in the off that Hernia album. Of course, Jaco doing Refuge from the Road, his bass on Refuge from the Road. Of course, Jaco was so out of his fucking mind. Have you ever heard of Midsummer Night's Dream? Pat Metheny Jaco on that. I'm surprised these hip-hop guys haven't taken some Jaco samples and looped it. It's pretty haunting. Okay, so right at the threshold here, coming up on the top of the hour, trying to get through. I never got into that Hissing of Summer Lawns thing, but here we go. So we're cashing out into this right now. I should be. I just got monster filled on something. All of a sudden I'm in 30K for some reason. Alrighty then. I'm getting ready to get out of this thing. No, Joni Mitchell's is just insane, dude. Should be dead soon, though. She's pretty sick. Alright, I'm cashing out of the whatever I'm in here. I guess I was in pretty heavy. Didn't realize it. Oh, yeah, what? No, because I just cashed out of this one. I was in some crazy position there. I'll let the other ones go. I'm up 43 cents. Alrighty then. Let's take the money and run. So I'm selling here. Taking my profits. Taking my real money off the table now. But I'm not going to sell that. I think I'm just going to come out with limits underneath now. So here's where it gets like, you know what? We padded the account. Let me take off everything that's winning in the background. If there's anything winning in the background. Okay, I'm stuck in a 4K. And now we can really relax, you know, and just do dumb shit like this. Buy and pull back. That's my favorite trade, is to dump and then reload. So it's just so easy. Yeah, no, the lyrics, actually, you could read the lyrics that she wrote and you're like, holy shit. And that Hernia album, when she says it's a photograph of the looking back from the moon. But the thing with her is that she doesn't repeat the lyrics. She tells the whole fucking story. You know, it's not like she's trying to make a hook. She's trying to tell a story. Okay, I'm buying on pullbacks here for 8 hours with a 16 pip stop on the euro dollar. And, you know, God, man, you know. I mean, that and Van Morrison. I guess Van Morrison, I didn't really... I just thought Van Morrison was Brown Eyed Girl till I started buying Van Morrison albums, and I'm like, holy shit. But the best thing that he ever did was a song called Spanish Steps where he plays sax. See if I can boot it up here. He's like the best sax player I think I've ever heard. They're gonna copyright infringe me when I play it. I'd have to crank up the city sounds. So that's Van on sax. He's the best phrasing of any sax player on the planet. But that's not his main instrument. The robots can't catch me like this. It's too tasty, man. He was going to do this whole album instrumental, but then he gave up after like 3 cuts. It's got Slipstream on there, and it's got it's a song from a movie's in there. It's Poetic Champions composed album. So yeah, I can listen to that on loop. Dump and reload, yeah, that's... So, you know, so right now I'm getting filled on these. I got out, you know, and I can almost rest assured that somebody's going to sell up there and dip it back in, maybe. And if they don't, it's okay. I could put some majority of the sells up here. So for tonight, if I did want to try to scalp off of this, I'd just say, okay, let me start stacking some shit up here, because I know there's going to be resistance up here somewhere. Let's hope, right? And then we'll do the Ryan Brown approach, we'll hope. Well, you know, this sax he's playing here, though, I would just say go for this one song of his. And the guy's on here. I don't know if he's playing piano. See, here's the hit off of this album. This is it's from a movie. I think this is the end of a movie. Exactly like you. I've been traveling all around the world. He's got a bizarre voice. It's really quirky. I guess his voice is just so full of character that. Plus, he ad libs and stuff. Yeah, well, the Spanish Steps. If you put in Van Spanish Steps. I mean, this sax solo here is just scary good. I mean, listen to this bass line, how it starts. Holy shit. Yeah, this is pure instrumental. This is Van Morrison on sax. I read it on the liner. I couldn't believe it. He's playing sax on that? You play at your own risk. Don't let the robots hear you play it. But I don't know. Brown-Eyed Girl to me is... He doesn't even like Brown-Eyed Girl. He's like, dude, I got to play that again? Okay, so... It's 9 o'clock. Looks like we're hell-bent on a rally here. Throw a little cells, a few cells up here. So I don't know. Let's go get something to eat. Looks like our Nazi friend's making money again. It's no good though, it's just a demo. Wow, this looks like an inverted hammer. Let's see, it doesn't matter to me because I would just buy this here. So this is a very focused order. This is a I think this is like 50 pip grid. Right, so it's 50 pips. So if you're gonna put these little nodes in here, so here's 20 pip range. So I just throw this stuff in like this. I'm risking $12 to make $12. This is 40 pip stop with a 40 pip take profit. So anyways, like Beretta says, that's the name of that tune. Yeah. But he's Celtic. This is the other... 1987 was that sax solo. 1987, this is analog tape. But I think he's a spiritual guy. I think he's a religious guy. Van the man, as they say. Alrighty then. So I guess I'm gonna go get some grub and, you know, wait for them to bid the euro down here so I can buy it with my real money. I kind of want to see it come back into here a little bit. Just come down a little bit, pick up some more stuff. I put some cells up here, but I'd space them really wide. If they're going to last a long time, I'd space them wide. If they're not going to last too long, like I said, that 15-minute, we didn't watch it disappear, but I can keep on putting these 15-minute ones out in front. And try to capture a spike up there. But it's just like an exercise. I don't know if it's not like you're making a lot of money, but that's another reason why I trade the demo, just to keep myself going, keep myself doing things that I know will make money, you know, even if it's a little bit of money. But it looks like we are going up. But I said it really is. It's frisky because when 9:30 comes, we could be smashing back down easily. Because the sellers did come in here. They are so short on that right now. So I'm kind of counting on another one of these smash downs. And if it's a dead cat bounce, I'm trying to put scalps in for the dead cat bounce so it's included in there. So anyways, good luck with that. And God, it's so quiet without Tim here.